back to the channel, and thanks very much for everybody joining in today. I do appreciate everyone giving me the views and subscribing to the channel as you still are at the moment. So today I'm going to do a video. You can notice I'm in a different spot, I'm not in my cabin, and that's for a very good reason, and that's for what's in this enclosure. Now I'll probably fill you guys in. Al from Al's Arachnids, my friend, my personal friend, obviously YouTube, some of you follow as well. Due to unforeseen circumstances, he's had to give up his collection, and obviously I've taken them from him. So he's given me 40, I think, specimens, and we're going to go through and have a look at them over the next course of few videos. Can't get it all done in one. I can't show you all in one because they're all in big enclosures like this, smaller ones, balfour communal and stuff like that. So I'm going to have to separate it down, but when I do the enclosures I'm swapping them all over. And I'm also putting his balfour communal because it's a better setup. I'm going to add some more substrate and stuff to it, which I'll do in a future video, and put mine in there as well and see how they go. But first off, this massive enclosure which we're going to go through, there is a Theraphosa Blondie in here. My first in the collection, obviously from Al. Bit sad to take them from Al, but obviously it's good that I'm getting them from him, and then if he ever changes his mind I could then probably sort something out and put them back to him. But his channel's still going to be going. He's going to do a video soon, and then he's going to stop for a while. He's still going to go to shows with us and stuff like that, but I'll probably say give it to him next year, and then he may take it back up. But this is a lovely enclosure what he's done. But there's a reason I've got two Steramies, and they're a big enclosure like this where I've split it down and they're living separate. But what I'm going to do is change all of them as well into shallower enclosures, because on the left hand side of one I've got one that's now having a problem with the molt, so I want to put it in a shallow enclosure where they're just out, is visible, and I can see them at all times, because I don't want her getting in bad molts and I can't get her because they're right down within the depths of the substrate. So I'm going to change that over. So this one's coming out and going into an enclosure like those. It's going to be so much easier to film. Lift it out onto the desk and then you can all see it. We're at the minute where I've got them, you can't see them, only I can. So let's find this Blondie and let's get this rehoused. Okay, so catch cap ready. So you can see Al has done an absolutely amazing setup there, really good. And you can see he's done a nice big cork bark tube which goes right through, skull at the back, load of plants for hiding. But he advised me it is under here and has done a big web in there and a big sort of cave. So I could see that it's channeled through. The other day I had a look, it was over here. So I'm gonna have to just have a look, see if I can find it, and then get rid of all this substrate, because this is going to Tully of Jackal's Den, which is Lucy's son. He's got his own YouTube channel. He's having this enclosure and he's going to put something in. So I need to get all of this out, put some gloves on, because obviously the Theraphosa, the hairs are extremely bad and I don't want that to get on him and irritate him. So let me just find out and I'll get back to you. So don't judge me by the pink gloves, but that's all we've got because that's what Lucy cleans with. But they are for tiny hands, but I'm going to try and squeeze my hands in because I do not want to get irritated. I'm normally quite good with these, I don't really get irritated too much, but you never be too careful because you can end up rubbing your face, your eyes, and then it can be a nightmare. So let's make sure we do this properly. Okay, so there she is. I found her in the end. She was very well buried in, deep down, which is, it's good for them, but it's a bit of a problem to keep checking on them. My Steramies normally stay out in the open, but certain times of the year when they're going into molt, they go down web over and you never see them at all. So what we're going to do is take her out of this one, and then I will show you how we rehouse her, so into something more basic. It's not going to look as nice, but for maintenance is going to be so much easier, and then for molts as they get bigger it gives me a good chance to keep an eye on them. And I'll show you when you see the next one for the Steramie what I'm on about when they get difficult molts. I'd rather have her out in the open, she can't dig too much, just so I can take care of her. But let's get this one. Quite chilled, this one. I don't know if you can see for a minute, but I just wanted to get her in because I've got hair all coming out everywhere. There we go, and she's kicked some more hair. And there we have a fills this in tub. This is a very big tub, fills this one, it's still not fully grown, so absolutely amazed by this one. So let me get this all sorted out, cleaned out, and we'll get back into it. Okay, right, so you're joining me now. I've cleaned the enclosure, emptied it out, and we're not going to use it because what I'm using is this, because these are perfect for sturmies, deep enough, huge expanse, 2 foot across there, so they can get a load of room, and we're going to put the Blondie in, and I've cleaned everything up. So what we'll do is, if you just follow me now, I'll quickly show you how I'm going to pack this out. And there she is, still there, all calm, nice big booty on her.
She's huge.
Massive fangs. I'll give you a good look at her in a minute. Covered the floor. Now we're going to do it towards one end. Okay, so the lid will go on, and then that will just stay like that, and then she can stand out here. And then I think that's enough, isn't it?
Yep, I like that.
Right, but if you look in there, the substrate looks dry. I can assure you it in. If I grab the substrate, that looks dry, doesn't it? And then watch. See that amount of water that comes out just from a squeeze? It shows you that it holds quite a lot of water.
Is that the cocoa fibre?
Yeah, cocoa fibre and topsoil mix. But that'll hold some humidity. Don't go in. There, we're ready to get her in, but that's good. Do you agree?
Yep.
And then I'm going to do both my stermies, both subadult females, in the exact same tub. Keep them all together, and then they're not digging down, because in the last one I put 10, I think I did 10 inches I said in the last video in the dual enclosure, but if you go back and see it, it's way more than that. It was about this deep.
Yeah.
I think that's 20 inches. So I never saw them. So this one, they can't dig down too much, but they're terrestrial. They'll always be on show, and I think that's better. So let's get in and get this one in. This is the first time you've seen a Blondie.
Yeah.
It's Theraphosa
Oh, it's a Blondie, yeah.
Anyway, this is technically the biggest in the world. I think Rehouse is first, but from what I'm reading, body size, the majority of the bigger ones are Blondies.
They're both Theraphosis.
Theraphosa, then you've got Theraphosa Blondie, which is this one, then you've got Theraphosa Sturmi, or Sturmi. Alright? She alright?
Yeah.
Right, so here we go. Alright, see if I can give her a little tap.
Tap it in.
Come on, sweetie.
By hand.
You said she's really chill, didn't you?
She was. Come on. There you go, if you want to get in.
Look at that. Gosh, she's so camouflaged already.
It almost looks like a Sturmi as well, but it's the coloration on the knees, and some of them have hairs on the legs, some don't. So there's a dip. Looks just like a Sturmi at the minute, but I can see a difference on the legs straight away.
The size of her butt.
She's got a good size abdomen, so there you go. I think she's going to enjoy this enclosure. She'll walk in down there. When she gets a giant size, I'll change the cork bark and put a bigger piece in for her. But I think with the, if you pan back, with this bush going down, I think that would be like that. It would be perfect.
Yeah.
So,
she's so camouflaged in the cocoa fibre.
Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.
Laters.